This is the same sort of geriatric person, and this did happen. He got pulled over once for going too slow.
There was such a long line of cars. The police officer pulled him over
to make sure he was okay.
He was like, "Sir, like, is everything okay?" It's like, "Oh yeah, I just like to drive." So the police officer is very smart in this situation. He's like, "Okay, that's fine, but you just have to pull over and let people go by if you're gonna drive that slow."
It was that bad. So these are the type of people who will buy Venzas. Well, you know, we did last week's episode was all about murder, so now I guess it's only fitting for us to have horror sounds playing into our headphones. Last week, we became the first car podcast murder mystery podcast. Chris said there's actually a car murder mystery show on the Motor Trend Network.
It's on Motor Trend On Demand, and I made it like 30 minutes through the first episode, and then that was it for me.
Yeah.
I just couldn't.
So it's not very good.
It felt so forced. Like, they're like, okay, there's this whole murder mystery, but the murder victim drove a Jeep Cherokee, and here's everything about it. It was red, it had a 5-speed manual transmission, and here's how it was left on the scene. And it's just like, do you really need to know all that? Like, I'm watching a murder mystery not to learn about what the victim's car was. Like,
I feel like they could have worked hard enough to find murders that were genuinely done with the car. Like, the murderer used his vehicle to plow over 17 college co-eds.
Yeah, and
maybe, then, like,
maybe there were some more that were like that, but the first one that I watched, it didn't seem to have much to do with the car. Other than that, they found evidence in the car.
Well, Motor Trend Network, if you're considering putting the Daily Motor podcast up on there,
I'm sorry.
Please know that Chris's views are not of Daily Motor. They are his own and does not speak for the organization.
Yeah.
Welcome, everyone, to episode 10.
10?
No one's excited for episode 10.
Whoever's heart is beating in the...
Are you guys still hearing that?
Yeah. I wonder if the listeners can hear it. Comment if you can hear the...
Well,
can they comment on Spotify?
No, but you could go to the YouTube video.
Go to the YouTube video and comment if you can hear, like...
Be really quiet. I'll see if your mics... if they show on the monitor here. No, it's completely flat. So you two are just hearing... maybe you're hearing your own heartbeats through your headphones.
No, because my heart's not beating that fast.
Well, it is now because you're all spooked.
I can't feel my heartbeat.
Oh, Nathan is dead.
Nathan has no heartbeat. That's probably the issue we need to address here.
Yeah. Anyways.
So a lot of big things happening this last week. Most important of which, Chris got a new hat.
I got a blue hat. I didn't have a blue hat before,
What's
so
special
I ordered
about
one.
this hat?
It's blue.
What's it say on the front? What's it?
Supreme.
Supreme.
I
I always like to... I'm not the biggest fan of Supreme stuff, but when they do their first drop of each season, it's usually like decent stuff. Plus, they send you a bunch of free gifts.
Free?
Free. Well,
you
free
need
with the purchase of their overpriced other stuff.
You need to get all the Supreme stickers you can to cover the rust bits on your cars.
That's true, actually, and I do actually use a Supreme sticker to cover this little piece of rust on the back of my IS300.
Yes.
It says SUP. That's how small the rust.
I wish there were a brand just a step below Supreme that was just like...
There is called Thrasher.
Oh, well, that's dumb. I wanted it to just be like nice.
Oh, nice.
Or premium. Or decent.
Why don't we
decent? I would buy clothes that say decent.
Why don't we make?
That's okay.
Daily Motor. Decent.
If you're someone that steals, don't listen. Forget everything.
Quit listening to this episode. Erase your memory.
No, but they sent a little Smarty necklace that says it's a necklace. It's like a Supreme box logo necklace, but it's made out of Smarties.
Have you began eating it?
No, I got 2 of them though because they messed up and accidentally sent me 2 of everything. If you're Supreme, don't listen to them.
What is it with brands sending you a lot of extra shit?
I don't know, but
you got. Explain to the viewers and listeners which tires you got sent to your house.
Oh yeah, so we were working with Continental on, I forgot. Well,
tires.
Yeah, well, yeah, but I was thinking what channel it was for. One of the channels.
All the channels.
And I got a set of tires for my mom's BMW, so we could shoot they're just like an all-season tire. And
that's not the interesting part of the story.
Everyone. No, well, the interesting part of the story is
Stay tuned.
A Continental DWS 06, and they sent me the correct tires for the car, but then they also sent me like a 305 30/20 or something, like and it was 4 of them. They sent 4 of them.
A whole set
A whole
of
set.
huge tires. And
Huge,
and
and
tell
they're-
us which cars those are actually fit on.
Yeah, so they fit a Camaro ZL1 1LE or a GT500 and they sent me a squared setup, so that's why they fit a GT500 or a ZL1 1LE. But if you're to consider just what they fit the rear of, it's like McLaren 570S, Ferrari 458, like all stuff like that. So yeah, I got 2 sets of tires showed up. I was honest and nice, and I sent them back, obviously.
And then the cat came back.
And then one of them came back, which is now mine. And the nice
Yeah, shout out to Julie.
shout
Continental.
out to Julie. Julie was like, "Oh, you know what? Just keep that one, and you can use it for some B-roll shots." So that's what I'm gonna do for the next video. Have some nice B-roll of that 305 DWS.
What we need to
tire.
do is we need to find a car that has an open diff that we can put that one tire
Oh,
on.
just put the one on it. Yeah.
And then just have all the grip in straight line.
They are fabulous tires. Like
Oh,
actually,
sure.
I went out in the last snowstorm we got in my mom's BMW with those on it, and I was blown away. It's the most aggressive all season I've ever felt in the snow.
Yeah, it's the same tire we put on the Tesla Model Y.
Yeah.
Didn't have a chance to try it in the snow, unfortunately, but it was a
Yeah.
great car. I mean, we tracked with it.
Yeah.
It's a good car.
DWS 06, very good tires. Yeah,
Plus.
06 Plus. That's right. Well, the
06, trash. Get the plus.
yeah, right. Well, there's been a lot of DWS tires.
Yeah, presumably there was an 01, 02,
02.
03, 04. I don't know how many pluses were in there.
on about.
Yeah,
Just
tire
in the
names are
corner.
very confusing, and I think tire manufacturers could do well to make their tire names more straightforward. I think Michelin's done a good job with that, with the Cross Climate 2s, and Bridgestone with the Blizzaks as well, because people know those names. You know Blizzak. A lot of people know the Cross Climate 2, but who's going to remember to get the Extreme Contact DWS 06 Plus?
Me.
Right, but you're a car person.
Yeah.
No, we did actually have some exciting stuff going on this last week. Last week's cars were the Sierra AT. No, was it?
Yeah.
Wrong.
No, you're right. Yeah, gosh,
Wrong.
my week's just.
Last week, and since this is Charlie's
wait,
part, but
yeah.
he's got it wrong, we had the Hyundai Palisade
Thank you.
calligraphy.
Thank you, Chris, for
Thank
getting it right.
you. And also the Kia K5.
Whoa! The listeners can only understand one car at a time, so let's process slowly here.
Okay. Well, I already
Hyundai Palisade calligraphy.
Yeah.
Good car?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think so too. It this one was a little pricey, $50-some thousand, 51.
No, 49.
Oh, it was only 49.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, like 49.8, right? Like
Yeah,
really
49.8.
Yep.
Which they probably did on purpose.
Yeah,
to keep
they
it
probably
under
did
50.
say it's under 50. But
Good car.
yeah, Nathan and I, we did the live drive on it. There was nothing really bad. I liked the 3.8 liter in there. It was good power. I also liked the transmission tuning in comfort mode. It was very, very soft and progressive, so you never were jerking your passengers around.
Like a Volkswagen Atlas.
Yeah, exactly. It was very much, even if you lean on the throttle quite a bit, it slowly gets in and then it leans into the power fully. So
Yeah.
liked that. Material quality seemed good. Infotainment was fine.
Yeah, I found with Apple CarPlay, it doesn't take up the whole screen.
Yes.
That was a little irritating,
Yeah.
but fine.
It doesn't with Android Auto, I don't think either.
Oh.
So it's a bit unfortunate.
Hmm.
What car was it that took up the whole screen for Android Auto but not CarPlay?
The Hummer we just shot.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yep. Yeah, the Hummer had widescreen Android Auto, but only
yeah.
narrow screen Apple CarPlay.
Have you pulled the video yet of that teenager
Yeah, it's live.
sliding into us?
Yeah, live.
I haven't
We
seen that
we should
yet.
play that real fast on
Yeah,
here.
people. I'll get it brought up here in a second. But anything else about the Palisade? I mean, I would definitely consider one.
Yeah, it's one of those cars that I would certainly recommend to someone that's looking for a 3-row SUV, just because when you think about other SUVs in the segment that are like 50 grand, I just feel like the Palisade is a solid choice because of, just like you said, like there are things that are luxurious, and I know we talked about earlier, it's not necessarily a luxury car because, well, it isn't. It's a Hyundai.
Mm.
But in the calligraphy trim for 50 grand, you get heated seats, heated steering wheel, cooled seats. You get second row heated and cooled seats.
That's impressive.
The third row seats fold electronically,
Yes.
which is nice. You also get a unique, you get a unique like grill, like aluminum trim and stuff. But now that I'm looking at the Limited, it looks pretty much the same.
Yeah, that's the nice thing about the Palisade is, yes, we had the calligraphy model, which is all fancy dancy. But even if you're way down, starting 36 grand for an SEL, you're getting powered seats, sunroof, you're getting the same motor, the same good transmission, proximity key, your safety features, Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. In fact, it's wireless on those lower trims.
That's right.
Yeah, and you can get 7 or 8 passenger seating because you can get that second row bench if you want. So you get a lot for the money, especially starting down in those lower trims. You start getting up to the big boys, and
Scroll up slightly.
It's
It does look slightly different.
It looks slightly different, but it's subtle.
The lower valance area is aluminum on the calligraphy.
Yeah.
And it's got an extra little set of lights.
And the wheels are different.
Yep. But no, it's
I was always under the impression, seeing Palisades driving around, I always thought they were like 65 grand for some reason. Like I always thought they were more expensive. And then we got this one this week, and it's like 49,000 for a loaded all-wheel drive calligraphy, and I was like, wow. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they do a really good job of that. I mean, that's intentional. I think it still turns a good amount of heads.
Yeah,
and
it's still a new enough model to where people are still looking at it.
Right. I definitely think the sweet spot's under 40,000 for that car, but all over, good car. I mean, look at U.S. News here. They give the Telluride and the Palisade, which are corporate cousins, tied for first place in the segment. Below that, Grand Cherokee. Now, that is a car. I saw a few Grand Cherokees, and I was like, I don't know if I would purchase the Palisade over a Grand Cherokee, but I'd be sad about it.
Same. I was having a personal debate in my head earlier. Like, I love the Grand Cherokee. I love driving it. But after hearing all of the issues you guys had, plus all more issues that are coming out, there's like a stop sale on them right now, wasn't there?
Yeah.
I would purchase a Palisade over a Grand Cherokee, but my heart would want the Grand Cherokee.
I would purchase a new Grand Cherokee with a
warranty. That's a good
I would
point.
buy
a
used Palisade or Telluride.
That's
the downside though is when you take your Jeep in because it won't start and it has to be in for 3 weeks to get diagnosed, you're gonna get stuck with like a 7-year-old Town and Country or Ram ProMaster as a courtesy vehicle.
Yeah.
Then again, you take your Palisade in, you might get it. Well, the Accent's a good car, so even if you're gonna, I mean,
an Ioniq Blue.
Yeah. You know, I was looking at Hyundai Ioniqs over the weekend and just thinking, like, man, what a great car.
The Blue gets 60 miles
Charlie,
per gallon.
you're the only person in the world that cross shops a Hyundai Ioniq with a Buick LeSabre, guaranteed.
I've seriously considered an Ioniq.
And here's where my thought process was going
Wow,
from.
what a car!
Chris told me that the K5, which we're going to get to next, got about 34 miles per gallon on our highway fuel economy test. And so I was thinking to myself, and I was also trying to think of cars we could take on a road trip. The Ioniq gets about 60 miles per gallon in its base trim, the Ioniq Blue. And why don't more people buy that? I don't understand. You're getting, look at this, 59 MPG combined. You're getting a wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, proxy key, all these things.
24 grand?
Yeah, $24,000. Why doesn't everyone just buy this car?
Can you have that in Michigan though?
Yes. Yeah,
Really?
The normal hybrid. It's just the plug-in you can't get. You can get it in intense blue with a black interior.
That is intense.
This is a perfectly
Is
fine
the steering
interior.
wheel leather?
I believe it is. I don't think Hyundai make. Well, you're right. In the Accent, they make a non. Maybe I can check somehow.
Do they still
here,
make the Accent?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep. Let's see. Venue. You got to get through all their SUVs. Yeah, there's your Accent.
Oh, that's quite an attractive vehicle.
Starting at 17 grand. That's such a great deal.
It's such a great deal.
It really is. Ioniq hybrid blue. Compare trims.
I think I'd rather have a 20-year-old BMW 7 Series for the same price.
Well, that's where you're wrong, Chris.
Actually, 20-year-old would be an E65. 21-year-old BMW 7 Series. Then it'd be an E38. It'd be a little better.
I was gonna say he'd really want all those repair.
I hate the E65, but I love the E30.
Dual. These are all the. Oh, I'm looking at limited.
Not the Bangle butt. I hate that
blue
generation.
You get with the blue dual automatic climate control, rear window defroster.
Dual. Wow.
Dual. Yeah. Power windows with auto
power
up and down.
windows.
Auto up and down. Power locks. No power seats.
You get cloth seats.
Premium cloth.
Leather
though.
seating surface is not available.
Not on the blue. No. You get split fold seats.
But even an SCL is only $28,000.
Right. Tilt telescope. Not powered, obviously, but it's there. Proxy key. Bluetooth. I'm looking for that.
Leather steering wheel.
Leather
Harman
steering wheel.
Kardon. No, you can't have it in any of the trims.
No.
Why do they even list it?
There's a limited that I don't have up on here right now.
Gotcha.
It's not showing me the steering wheel surface. I do apologize.
So maybe
Chris.
they're all leather.
That's probably it. They're all leather.
They're all leather.
And they're not going to list steering wheel as a feature. So anyway, moral of this podcast, everyone should buy the Hyundai Ioniq Blue. That should be the only car on sale. But if you don't want an Ioniq Blue, apparently you can get a Chevy Traverse as U.S. News' fourth car.
I have no interest in ever driving a Chevy Traverse. Like, genuinely. I have absolutely, or an Equinox, or a Trax.
Or a Trailblazer, probably.
Or
a Blazer.
Maybe a Trailblazer because it's like new.
Yeah,
you
but
know?
trust me, it's the same.
It's the same.
It honestly was not that bad, the Trailblazer
Yeah.
we got.
I
But
feel like
Have you heard just how horribly unreliable like a 2013 Traverse is?
Yes.
And Acadia, anything with a 3.6 V6.
Really,
is like,
I've only heard about the 4-cylinders grenading themselves.
no,
not
the
they're all
3.3
bad.
V6. It's just terrible.
And you know what's funny about that? People buy Traverses, they blow up, and then they buy another one. It's always like that. I know multiple people that have Traverses, have tons of issues. But it
you wanna
still
know
ends
why?
up. God, I love my Traverse.
You want to know why?
Why?
Because the Traverse does drive really well.
Yeah, and they're dirt cheap to lease.
Yes.
They're like $200 a month for
it's a lot of car for your money.
Honestly, it is one of like, I drove one. It was my ex-girlfriend's mother's. She and I we
Great.
took her mom's Traverse kayaking.
Did it-
with kayaks in
Did
the
it
back?
blow up on the way?
No, but it drove. I loved driving that thing. It was so nice. Just the way it had so much character to it. Ironically,
Really?
yeah. It's just something about it.
God, I feel like would be the least character.
It's something about it. It just has character. It's like nice to drive. Very relaxing.
That should be GM's slogan, or rather Chevy's slogan. It's actually not that bad. This kind of surprises me with U.S. News' report, though. Ranked 17th is the Acadia, but 4th is the Traverse.
It's the same car.
Aren't they,
isn't
yeah,
it?
they're the same car.
And with the same
Corporate cousins.
Yeah,
explosions under the hood.
yeah.
Why would
It
you
also
rather have?
Why would you get a Murano over that?
It also surprises me that the Highlander is 14th, because the Highlander's not that
I've
Why
bad.
never
is the-
driven a Highlander.
Why is the Explorer so low too?
Because it's not that good.
Because it struggles to match the luxury and roominess of midsize
It just
SUV
isn't.
rivals.
It just isn't that good of a car.
It is though.
It really isn't.
it's
Like
brilliant.
it's brilliant.
Yeah.
At least
liked-
the Forerunners last.
I liked the Timberlake, but the Explorer
the Timberlake?
Timberland.
the Justin Timberlake edition
Yeah,
of the
so
Explorer.
that-
It's like, go back down.
That Explorer that I drove, okay, well, we drove it on the Topher channel.
All the way down.
2 weeks later, complete mechanical catastrophic failure of the transmission.
Really?
Oh yeah,
All 10
And-
gears?
Oh yeah,
The
Useless?
Explorer?
strawberry milk.
Wow.
The Explorer.
Yep.
Well,
Yep. And it's the fourth one that has happened to
at
Really?
that dealer?
at that particular dealer. And
Are they all Timberlakes or
No,
any
that's
Explorer?
that's the first Timberland boot
Okay.
edition that has grenaded itself. But
You need to buy a Tim.
Everyone should just buy a 2002 Ford Explorer.
I agree with that. I would rather have an older body on frame
Mm-hmm.
How is
proper.
the Edge not ranked yet?
Yeah, I was curious
because
about that
it's
too.
just irrelevant.
But it's like that's been around forever now,
Yeah, that is strange.
and it should be ranked low.
The
They
new
put
Pathfinder is actually
They put
quite
a
good.
new they put the Mach E infotainment in the Edge.
Yeah,
So
just to
that's
make it
why
worse.
they have literally to make it worse.
Yeah.
I mean,
Did you drive this new Pathfinder that we had?
no, I was traveling somewhere.
it was
I
quite good.
I was driving Mach E GTs or something.
Chris,
I don't
are
know.
you ready to be angry?
No. Yes.
Did you find mismatched door panels?
No, but I'm gonna show him the new Ford Explorer in China.
Oh, I don't know if Chris shares
Ooh.
the passion of Chinese
Okay.
cars to you.
Ready to
Yeah.
see the interior?
It looks like that. Wow, it looks better than ours.
Yeah, there are a lot of Fords.
That looks good.
A lot of Fords that are quite nice overseas.
China gets a lot of cool stuff,
Yeah,
Ford makes
Yeah.
better
It's like
cars literally
communism.
everywhere else in the
except
world.
their home turf.
Yeah.
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 Ooh,
But we do get the Maverick, so ding. We need a ding sound effect, but this will do.
Everywhere gets the Bronco though. They sell that everywhere, right?
Do they?
You can get the Bronco in the UK. I'm pretty sure.
Can you? That's pretty cool.
Top Gear tested one. Maybe they just flew
Sometimes
one
they
in.
test American
Yeah.
cars.
Yeah, true.
So Hyundai Palisade, good car. Kia
Yeah.
K5. Tell
Good
us about it,
car.
Chris.
Well, it was a car, and I think the coolest thing about the Kia K5 is that it looks, in my opinion, looks brilliant. And the one we had, the GT line all-wheel drive, it was only about 30 grand, and for a car that looks that nice and appears from the outside, sort of same philosophy as the Palisade, to be much more expensive than it
Oh,
actually
go
is. Is real. Oh, we're watching a clip of.
Yeah, just continue with your K5. We'll
Oh
get to this.
Lord, that's like terrifying. Anyways, K5 though. I think it's a nice option for someone that's not necessarily interested in cars as much as we are, but cares enough about cars that they want something that looks nice and drives nice. It's very approachable. Everything inside's very straightforward. It's very easy. It'll be cheap to maintain, and in the long run, it'll be a really nice car for a lot of people. People that don't want an SUV.
My advice on that car would be don't get the GT line, but just get the top trim.
Yeah, you don't.
Or to get the GT if you want something sporty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do kind of agree with that, at least from the powertrain perspective, because you got 34 miles per gallon. I mean, 34. It is all-wheel drive, and it is a winter.
And it's cold out.
But I feel like the base motor probably gets better fuel economy.
Is that not the base motor?
I doubt it.
Pretty sure it is.
Feels like the base
It has
motor.
all-wheel drive. I think there's only 2 engine options on the K5.
Kia K5,
Yeah.
1.62. Oh, shoot,
Yeah.
you're right. That is the only. Okay.
So 180 in the...
Well, yeah, so why not get the GT line? It only costs $3,000 more.
Just the ride.
I didn't think the ride was bad.
No, the ride was good actually.
I feel honestly in this situation the GT line may make sense off of
Well,
like
you're probably
what
gonna
I
be
was
saving
saying.
a bit of money if you just got the top trim that's not the GT line.
Yeah, I mean either way the K5 no matter what trim you get it in it looks really nice because you get the orange running lights up front and they look fabulous.
Yeah, I love the interior, and that's why I'm saying like just get the nice one.
Yeah. Well,
and if
you
want,
may not be able to get red interior if it's not the
That's
GT
true.
line though. It's probably only black or beige.
then I would step up to just the GT.
Yeah.
Apparently, I'm unable to use Kia's build
Struggling
configurator.
over there a little bit.
There we go. So you've got LX bottom.
That looks great.
Can
too.
you get the red with the LX, the red interior?
Available on LXS. Oh, the red interior.
What is that? Oh, that's gray.
So you go over there. Oh yeah, they start to.
Available in GT line. That's the only way you
Yeah,
can get the red
only GT.
interior.
Well, probably GT.
And I think people would pay for that. I do think they would.
Definitely.
Yeah.
That's the whole purpose of the car is just to look nice.
What about the brown interior?
So it looks like the brown is only available in GT, chestnut brown. Gosh, their site is struggle bussing. But the EX.
Oh, you don't get the flat bottom steering wheel either if you don't get the GT line.
Flat bottom wheels. You make Chris's world go round.
Facts.
You make Chris's wheels go.
There you go. Even better.
Such a good song.
I think so. You can pay a little bit more to get the EX, but what did our EX? You probably get cooled seats.
So we had the GT line all-wheel drive.
Yep.
I want to just look at the prices.
Oh, we didn't have a 12-speaker Bose. What did ours have?
It did. It was optional, I think, on the GT line all-wheel drive. Yep.
So
you can walk it all the way up, get the 2.5 liter. The problem with the 2.5 liter is if you drive it in a city, you will get arrested, as Chris Brower found out.
That's true. That's true. I did almost get arrested in the Sonata N line.
Yes.
Yeah.
For chirping the tires at a red light.
I had to break out my special face reserved for Celine police officers.
what is that face? I saw
So
It
sorry.
didn't work though. That's the problem.
No, but it did work because I profited off of getting pulled over.
That's true, and you
what
didn't
was
get
that,
it.
sir?
You didn't get beat.
Yep.
So that's.
and I got
something.
to do my best cop impression.
I did have
Yeah,
to
you're
step
right.
out of the car though.
Did you really?
I did.
Wow.
They really made you step out of the car.
They did. He did.
To do what? To tell you like.
I mean, I could tell you about what happened. I don't know if we won't really want to talk about that on this episode.
Give it a quick one.
Okay, so I was driving the Sonata N line. I allegedly chirped my tires taking off from
Which
the
is
stop
quite
sign.
possible you did. I don't think I'm
that
not
car
because it did
just-
spin the wheels.
It had
all
terrible
the time.
tires. It was front wheel drive, and that's just what it did. If you gave it more than like 25% throttle, it was going to spin the front wheels no matter what. So I chirped the wheels through downtown Saline, Michigan, and allegedly, and there was a police officer somewhere. I didn't see him, and got behind me, shined his douchey spotlight into the car, and pulled me over. Told me to step out, walked me. I walked to the back of the car, and he was like, "What do you think you were doing?" And I was like, "Driving."
What do you think you were doing?
He goes, "Well, what if your throttle would have gotten stuck? There are pedestrians everywhere down here." Keep in mind, okay, the speed limit in the area I was in was 25. He clocked me at 30. Okay, so I was going 5 over the speed limit, according to his whatever device he used to measure my speed.
Mm-hmm.
So 5 over the speed limit, and allegedly my tires chirped. And apparently that was the most dangerous thing he had ever seen. He was very upset, visibly upset with me. And I mean, I thought maybe if I didn't argue with him, I wouldn't get a ticket.
Sure.
So I didn't argue. I didn't really say much. He was like, well, what if your throttle would have got stuck? And I was like,
on your
Yeah.
brand new vehicle.
also,
what if your throttle
that
had
can't
got
happen,
stuck?
can
Yeah,
it?
well, yeah, it's very unlikely. Yeah.
But that
Remarkably
literally
unlikely.
can't
It's
happen on a car.
electronic,
It's an
isn't it?
electronic throttle.
Well, in theory, the ones could get mixed up with the 0, and it could dump fuel in and go. But it's like a 1 in a million chance.
But then you've got something called
But
a
couldn't
brake.
it-
a brake pedal.
brake
There is a brake
pedal.
pedal.
Couldn't it also happen if I wasn't?
Yeah. There
can
was
have-
nothing you were doing would have caused.
No.
It. Yes, a throttle could stick.
It could just stick anytime, yeah?
Theoretically, it could start up and just
Why do
start driving
police
it
do
some-
that? Why do they make up? Police are very, very. They're always keen to make up situations that would never happen. It's always a what if. Well, what if this would have happened? I don't know. It didn't happen, so who cares?
I think it's just Celine because Celine was also the
don't go to Celine. Don't give them your money.
honestly, it's like
it's the
Celine
worst
is,
city.
Celine is also the town where the one guy asked the Hispanic guy, why did you stay in Mexico?
That's true. That was in Celine.
I mean, it is
Celine High School.
I've never had a good experience in Celine.
Neither have I.
It's just like always something like that.
Everyone is
happens.
so like it's a situation where if you put sand up there behind, it would turn into a diamond type thing in Celine.
So the two morals of this podcast: buy a Hyundai Ioniq Blue and don't drive it to Saline, Michigan.
No. Well, will it spin its wheels?
Probably not.
Okay.
So you
well,
might be
you'd
okay.
be
I
fine.
don't
All
know, that
144
hybrid,
horsepower.
that hybrid
Anyways, though,
powertrain.
if you do get pulled over in Saline, make sure to then, after getting a speeding ticket or whatever ticket it was, contact a company to get an affiliate and a sponsorship and profit from the entire experience. 'Cause
Yes,
that's what
reach
I
out
did.
to Off the Record.
Shout out
Yep.
to Off the Record. Not only did they take care of my ticket that day, they also continued to work with us for a couple more videos. So
Yeah.
that was really awesome of them.
And we still have an Off the Record sponsorship. So if you do ever get
Yes.
a ticket for any sort of reason, say nothing to the cop. Go straight to
great.
Off the Record. Use
Great,
our
yeah.
code
Mhm.
in the video description, and then you can get almost guaranteed. We've gotten all of our speeding tickets.
We have
and
never
all
had-
sorts of tickets.
Yeah,
dropped.
we've gotten like 4 or 5 tickets dropped
And
from
we've
Off the
not- we
Record.
haven't
It's
paid
super
any of them.
straightforward. The app's easy to use. They connect you with a local attorney, and it's just like super straightforward.
We got
and
an
it's-
83 and a 55, and it was dropped.
Who had that?
Me.
Oh, you did. That's right.
Yep.
That was
And
the-
78 and a 55.
The same day that I.
Well, it was a 78 and a
When did you
55
get
was
an
the same
83?
day.
Was that on a motorcycle?
Yeah,
too?
I was on my V-Strom.
You're just out there booling through Saline.
It was, no, it was in Jackson County.
Oh,
But I was going to ask Alyssa's father if I could propose to her.
so you were
And so
anxious.
I was hauling dick, and well, what had actually happened is I had just filled up with fuel, and I was very low before that, so I was driving very gingerly to make sure I would get to the gas station. And then whenever that happens, of course, afterward you leave and just boom.
Yeah.
So I was just rowing through,
Yeah.
got over the corner. I was fuck.
Yeah.
But
The other thing, like I've been pulled over twice, and both haven't gotten a ticket. First time it was just for like 13 over, and like both law enforcement officials in that case were like totally respectful, totally just like cool about it.
Because you weren't in Saline.
It probably yeah, it seems like every incident I've ever heard of where something like that happens to someone I know is in Saline.
Yeah, it's terrible. Don't go to Saline. That's if you can gain anything from this podcast.
It's like
don't go there.
99% of the police officers are totally fine, but the 1% are all in Saline, it seems like.
Yeah, all the bad ones.
The 1%
It's just-
of every bad thing ever is in Saline.
Yeah.
all right, Kia K5, decent car,
Decent car.
overall good.
Yeah.
A lot of different trim options.
Just don't drive it to Saline.
Don't drive to Saline.
Saline,
You know,
especially
he-
if it's the GT.
That he also lied to me. That cop.
Did he?
He told me that because he was such a nice individual, and he used these words. He said, "People often take advantage of my kind nature." He said. He said, "So this what I'm writing you is not a ticket. It's just a citation that you have to pay. It'll be no points on your license." He said it'll be 0 points.
Wow.
You just have to go online and pay the fee, and it'll go away. So the weekend ended. I went online to pay it. Not only was it more expensive than he told me it was going to be, it was also 2 points on my license.
That's rough.
So he just straight up lied to me.
sure it's the first time a cop has ever lied or made an untrue statement
He
about a suspect.
He literally did all of the stereotypical cop things.
There you go.
He lied. He made up stupid scenarios that aren't possible.
Well, if only you had turned your rap music down in your car when you had gotten pulled over.
Yeah, I wasn't. I'm driving a Hyundai Sonata, a red Hyundai Sonata.
With your parents in the car,
With my
parents.
parents. Yeah, my parents were in the car too, which was hilarious, and my girlfriend.
Right.
Those types of police just make all the other those are the police that make people hate police and then create bigger issues down the road, because when they get pulled over, they immediately get a salty attitude because they think that's going to happen.
Well, I should have known I was doomed from the start because he had the military issue glasses and haircut.
Someone's going to be listening to this podcast and be like, oh, that's funny because my brother was shot and killed by a police officer, so I'm sure that sounds really bad.
Oh, well, obviously other people have situations with cops that are much worse. I'm just saying that even in little situations like this, they're dicks, you know? And that's a known thing. But
at least I've never had anything like that happen, luckily.
Knock on wood.
I just avoid
wood,
Celine.
The other car that we shot last week, pretty exciting, the 2022 Hummer EV. That one was really neat.
Yes, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, yep. Shout out to our friend who reached out to us and said that he has that available for us to film. A very cool truck. I thought it would be cool, but I didn't expect it to kind of be cool in the ways that it was.
Yeah.
And before we kind of dig into it, I'll show you what happened while Nathan and I were shooting the sound test.
Oh, yeah.
So we were parked in the parking lot of a Meijer, a grocery store, and we were shooting the intro for the sound test, and it was a very snowy day. Well, I'll show it, and then I'll explain what's happening. All the inputs that you...
Almost crashed into something 6 figures. Jeez.
That's so bad.
Let's see it one more time. So we're just filming. I've got my head down, and I'm going through the infotainment. Some in the future. And just out of the corner of my eye.
So what does that mean you're missing?
I see someone at the top of the screen in a Cadillac CTS.
Other than that, that's going to have all the
drifts
inputs
into the
that
parking
you...
lot and comes within feet of sliding. Their trajectory was right toward the front of our truck, and it was just barely that he caught it and was able to drive away. And I just remember I just watched it happen, and I was thinking to myself, fuck. It was the same feeling of when you're about to crash, if you've ever crashed in a car, gone off the road or anything, of just like, there's nothing I can do.
really
It was that
nothing you can
helplessness. I thought about honking, and I was like, what?
I saw your hand hover over the
I was like,
steering
what's
wheel.
that going to do? He sees me. We could see the look of terror in their eyes. But gosh, just some stupid high schoolers doing stupid high schooler stuff.
That's really scary.
Yeah.
I'm sure it looked worse in person. GoPros always skew
depth,
so I'm sure that was terrifying in person.
Yep. But yeah, the truck was really, really cool. A lot of funky stuff inside. I think once you kind of get used to everything inside, it's a fairly, I mean, it is a car at the end of the day. There are definitely weirder cars out there, but the way it drove so marshmallowy. There was so much squishiness to the suspension when I'd hit the gas. It would buck backward, and I'd hit the brakes, and the whole thing would buck forward. And there were a lot of fun things with the suspension and the gimmicks, the crab mode that kind of drove around weird ways. And because of the rear wheel steering, it was actually quite nimble and drivable on the streets.
I was clenched a couple times under your
because
watts to freedom, and then your full emergency stop that you did. It felt like the car was going to do an endo.
I would hit the accelerator, and even in not watts to freedom in the launch mode, and it would just yank itself to the side because it's just
the whole thing like twisted. It felt like
and Nathan and I kind of talked about how the car is better because it's worse. It's the silly things about it that are not going to result in faster track times or anything like that. It made it just a fun car to tool around in.
It's the Wrangler 392 philosophy.
It really is. Yeah. Or the Ram TRX philosophy of just being stupid. And it was a cool truck. It really was. Yeah.
At least with the Hummer, you don't. Well, I was gonna say you don't have to worry about it catching on fire. But I don't know if I'd want to go that far. We haven't said anything about Stellantis yet.
That's the third thing to take away from Everyday Automotive Podcast. Stellantis cars catch on fire.
Apparently.
Yep. Anything else on the Hummer, guys? Sound system was only okay. It was fine.
I thought it sounded really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what do I know?
Right. Fourth takeaway for the podcast. All right. Well, Hummer was good. Nothing else. Okay. It's fair.
See, the thing
Sorry,
I
I
was
was
thinking about with the Hummer is it's almost so hyped that it's almost difficult to kind of hype it up even more than it already is.
I wonder how much the public knows about it.
Because that's like I was thinking about the videos we were posting and like the new Toyota Tundra. It's one of those things that I think also because the Tundra is something that most people feel like they're probably going to buy. Like I almost kind of feel this way about the Hummer EV. It's not something I'm like super like into. Like I'm curious about it. Like, and I think it's cool, but it's not something I'm like actively curious. Like everyone knows it's really fast. Everyone knows it's crazy, and everyone knows it's crazy specs. So they're not really looking for content on that.
That might be a decent point, is that there might not be a ton of people who are actually interested in purchasing a Hummer EV for themselves because they know it's unobtainable.
Whereas like something like the Tundra that keeps getting like 300 views a day on my 0 to 60 short, people are like genuinely curious, should I buy this truck after my F-150 or my old Tundra?
Or even like a Tesla Model 3. It's an attainable car, so that's why a
Right.
lot of people are interested in it. Or a RAV4.
And the specs really aren't talked about that much because like think with the Hummer, it's like it's got 1,000 horsepower and it does 0 to 60 in 3 seconds. So people know that, and so
That's like, what more are they going to learn?
Mm-hmm.
It's also been
Not us, is it?
no, I hope not. It's also been being teased for a while, or not even teased. It's been known for a while.
Yeah.
You know, like the videos at the Woodward Dream Cruise of them like crab walking down the street.
That is a good
all that
point.
Stuff. So
Right.
I don't know.
Well, either way, it's cool.
Still
It's a cool
epic,
truck.
epic to be able to experience that thing.
Right.
I mean,
and I can't wait to
yeah.
get one for a full loaner because just driving around in it. It will not fit in my garage, unfortunately.
well,
So I'll have to
good
park
thing
it
we
outside.
have
But yeah, and we have a 4,000 square foot place
yeah.
to park it in. 14-foot door. I think it'll fit in there.
yeah, it'll go in.
Yep.
It'll be. You'll have to have someone spot you
Yeah,
pulling
the
it in
width,
because
yeah.
your garage door is not super wide.
Right. What else? I feel like there was another. Was there a fourth car this last week that we drove around? I don't think. Oh, what I was thinking of is this week, moving into, I will be driving the Porsche 718 Cayman GT4 RS.
Can I flip you off on?
Yeah, you can flip me off, and just for anyone who's
The viewers
listening,
can see it.
I'm being given the bird by Chris Brower because
Why is that?
he's jealous.
I want to drive the 718 GT4 RS.
Everyone wants to drive the
Ugh.
718. Oh, Doug's already reviewed it. Well,
Hey, it
course
was
he
my
has.
car.
Of course he has, because he
There it is. It's my car.
yeah.
literally gets
Different
to review
wheels, but-
everything before, and then just as soon as the car goes done, just
Charlie's
This
gonna have.
will be me,
He's gonna be. Presumably, you'll have a diaper on.
but not for poop. It will be for cum.
100.
Oh my
That's
God.
phenomenal.
That's
it's
probably
kilometers.
kilometers. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
9,000 RPM red line.
Ugh.
The only downside to the RS is you can't get it in a manual.
That's okay. It's an RS car. That doesn't
I
need to
know.
be manual.
I'm not saying it needs to be, but like I'd rather have a normal GT4 and get the manual.
It looks like a manual in that one.
You gonna get demonetized for having this?
Hopefully not. Although it is music to my ears.
That is just unbelievable. God, the sound of that downshift.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty incredible. I'm really excited to get to drive it on the street and on the track at Willow Springs. So
I
it's
hope the
gonna
one
be-
you have has the blue wheels.
Yeah.
Like the I'm sure it will. I'm sure they'll all be gray with the blue wheels. Like
They all
that.
have center lock wheels, proper race car.
RS. Yep.
Yep. Magnesium wheels as well. Very lightweight. Yeah, looking forward to that. So tune in next week to hear. Maybe I'll never come back. Maybe I'll just kill myself so I can get to heaven faster.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, if this is anything like your last Porsche video, it'll be fabulous. You guys haven't seen that yet, you should go watch it. It was a really good one.
Yeah.
The Boxster drive up in the canyons.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Porsche knows how to host an event because they're like,
Yeah.
where's this car going to be absolutely perfect? And
Yep.
then they pick that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Next week, we also have... Do we have anything scheduled? Yes.
Yeah.
The BMW 230i.
Well, we didn't talk about what we have this week yet.
Oh, shoot. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm really just not good at this
okay.
whole scheduling thing.
I'm trying to pace you today.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
You're welcome.
Today here we drove in a Toyota Venza.
Mm-hmm.
For those of you who don't know, the Venza is the old person version of the Toyota RAV4.
And it's fine.
It is fine. The Venza is kind of the opposite of the K5. The K5 was like, it's decent in all categories, not really outstanding anywhere. The Venza is really great with some things and then horrendous in other ways.
I would say it's really great with two things: interior materials and styling / paint color.
I would say
Everything else-
powertrain's pretty good as well. Because
Yeah,
it's good,
true.
reliable hybrid. Yeah.
That's true. So 3 things. Then everything else, it's either fair or below.
Well, because the car is just horribly sized inside. It's got less interior space than a RAV4, even though it's larger outside, both in cargo and places to put things.
Those old people don't need to take anything with them, though,
Yes.
unless it's mobility items, in which Toyota's thought of that because there's a small hitch on the back
Yes.
for your mobility scooter.
Yep.
Mhm.
What else? The
brown.
There's no volume knob.
No volume knob.
Yep. So that's unfortunate. And you can't even slide the volume like you can in some of the other cars that don't have volume knobs. Like, at least with the Volkswagens, you can go bzz, bzz, bzz.
But physical control on the steering wheel, an
Yes.
actual button,
So that does help.
which makes it better than a Volkswagen.
Yes.
Yes.
The infotainment's not very good. It's very busy looking and,
Mm-hmm.
and kind of convoluted to work itself around. The climate controls are also haptic, not great.
And they're slow, too. Not haptic
Yeah.
and fast, haptic and slow.
Right.
And I know you can hold the button, but it makes no difference to the speed in which it goes up.
Yeah. I wonder if they'd give some bullshit response like, oh, you can just use the voice control to say set my climate control to 72. But
I tried the voice control in my Taurus. It's just so comedically, like, bad.
yeah.
Like, it's just
Yeah. Those systems are like just now getting to the point where they're somewhat usable.
Right. Remarkably, one of the best is Tesla.
not
You
surprising.
just
Yeah,
say
it's
like
not
do this
surprising.
thing and it does it perfectly. If you're
Yeah.
in a Tesla and you say navigate to like a place or an
Mhm.
address or whatever, it doesn't say like did you mean blah blah blah. Say yes
just
or no.
does
It
it.
just
Yeah.
boom does
Well-
it in the map going.
Yeah, it's like with the Taurus, and this is a 2013, mind you, which would be the same if it was a 19. But it's like press the button, it does the boom thing, and then please say a command, and then first you have to say climate control, and then what would you like to do with the climate control? Set climate control to 73 degrees. Did you say 73 degrees? Please confirm yes or no.
Or it says
Yes.
setting radio station to 98.7.
I'm gonna start responding to both of you like that from now on in the office. If you ever ask me something, I'll be like, "What would you like to ask?" And then you'd be like, "Car question." You'd like to ask a car question.
What type of car question would you like to ask?
Answering your question. I think some of the other systems are okay, but yeah, there's really every now and then a manufacturer will brag about, "Look what you can do with our blah 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 blah," and then
Like
I will
Volkswagen.
right, and then I'll test it out and it'll still be trash.
Well, and the other thing is like, all right, Chris and I are having a conversation. Oh, wait, stop. I got to adjust the climate control.
Yeah, that's-
73 degrees.
That's the
Also,
other thing.
Zip it.
Yeah.
When you're in a Volkswagen, you can't say the V word.
Yes,
Also,
if you say the V word, or in the Mercedes, if you say the M word,
yeah, you can't do that either.
yeah, then all of a sudden you can't say, "Look at the features in my
Blank.
blank."
If it's a Nissan, is it considered the N word?
I don't think Nissan has a system like.
That's why. It's because they don't want people to have to say the N word.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Anyway, so let's just test this out. Everyone, all of you to stop talking. Hit the button. Please say a command. Set climate control to 73 degrees auto. Would you like to set the climate control?
Yeah, but this isn't a new car, is it?
Oh, it's the Taurus, but I'm just acting. See, you can't talk. I'm setting the thing still. You can't
Yes,
talk.
but we get that a system
No,
from
no,
10
no,
years
no,
ago
I-
is shit. There's
you're,
no, that's
you're
not
interrupting the thing. You're interrupting. I can't. I haven't
what's
set
the,
the climate.
but what's
I
the
haven't
breaking
set-
news on your
I
Taurus
haven't
that's
set
10 years
the
ago? It's not
climate
even a car
control
that's
yet.
produced
I'm
anymore.
trying to set my climate control, and you're interrupting me. Now I have to hit the button
He
again.
has to start over now, Charlie.
Please say a command.
Let us know in the comments how many of you own 2013 Tauruses. That this
Probably
is
a lot of
applicable to.
people. Or Edges. Or
Or-
Escapes.
Right.
Or F-150s.
I wonder if our Maverick has voice. I guess it probably does
Oh,
have
yeah.
a fairly similar system. to
Ford
Nathan's
loves
car.
that. They give you a little button on the steering wheel.
Well, because
for it.
Ford was one of the first to market with those.
Yeah.
The Ford Sync thing. They used to advertise it.
Ford did a lot of things first.
Yeah, Ford's really good at doing something first and then just not doing
never
anything with
changing
it for 10 years.
They do that with their cars too, like Focus. Oh, we created this really cool
Excellent car. Yep, and then nothing.
It was good last year. Why not? Why change it? It was
Yep.
good the year. It was good 10 years ago. Why change it?
Yep.
You know,
But Ford doesn't really do that with models. They just do it with technology, like certain features. You know, they'll
Well,
come
the
out with
Focus
something really
they kinda
good.
did that with, and the Escape too. They took
Yeah, but
a-
they facelifted the Focus in 2015, and they get the
How long have they been
ST,
marketing
and they
the
get the
Ford
RS.
Copilot 360 as if it's something revolutionary?
Right. Yeah, that is true. Well, the confusing thing with that is aren't there like multiple tiers of Copilot 360?
Yes. And I could not tell you what any of them do.
Which is amazing because you can tell us like every trim of Bronco, all
I
16
can.
of them, but you can't tell us what Copilot
Base,
360
Big
models
Ben,
are.
Black Diamond, Outer Banks, Badlands, Wild Track, First Edition.
What
and
about
Raptor.
Bronco? I saw a new
What now?
Bronco yesterday on the
Raptor.
highway.
Oh,
manufactured.
Raptor. Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
yeah,
that's
but
not
yeah,
a thing
Raptor.
yet.
That's what we meant,
Oh.
Raptor. Yeah. Just like how some kids in elementary school needed to do like math facts, they needed to be able to recite
Mine's
like
Bronco
4x8.
trims.
Yours is Bronco trims. I want to be able to walk up to
I've-
Chris and be like, "What's the
Dude.
fourth trim in a Bronco?" And he's like, "Boom."
Outer Banks.
Outer Banks.
I've filmed so many Bronco videos that I had to have that drilled into my head.
There you go.
Filmed Bronco videos for the Topher, for Daily Motor, for Gene Buttman Ford. Like,
Right.
I had to have all that.
So off the bat, on your instincts, and we'll find out what the result is next week. Would you two say that the Venza is going to be a good car?
No.
I agree. I do not think it'll be a good car either. It's a shame because it's a nice car.
It's-
Does not make it a good
It's a
car.
fine car.
When a
but
not a good car.
Okay.
Why would you buy? Why would you buy it over a RAV4 Prime or
Right.
a RAV? Any of
A RAV4 hybrid.
Limited.
Yeah.
It's slightly worrying when a car that isn't a luxury brand shows up and it's gold.
Yeah. Very, very subtly gold. They tried to
It's-
sneak it by us that it's gold.
They did try to sneak it
It's not
because
gold.
sneaky
It's
gold.
titanium glow.
Okay. Titanium glow.
Or no, maybe it's platinum glow.
I think it was titanium glow.
Brown glow.
Brown glow. Retirement glow.
Florida glow.
Yep.
Yeah. golden,
car would look
golden years glow.
That would look so at home in Florida. That
Yeah,
car
100%.
would.
It's the Florida spec. Limited top tier. Because it's someone who's trading in their 2003 Avalon, and they want a new Avalon, and they go, "We're sorry, Jim. The we actually don't sell the Avalon anymore." Is, well, what can I get then? Well, we have this Venza. Okay.
We have this Venza that's been in our showroom for 80 days.
We'll be sure to set the we'll set your radio presets to the oldies station, sir, and get you right on your way here, so you don't ever have
God,
to change it again.
Could you imagine an 80-year-old going from a 2003 Avalon to a new Venza?
Well, we almost
Tap,
can
tap,
because
tap,
Nathan and
tap.
I actually know someone, a friend of our grandmother's, who took his like older Avalon and got a new one, and he could not even figure out how to turn the radio on. He couldn't because
was-
Toyota's
oh,
infotainment
yeah,
is
that's right.
horrendous.
Yeah,
I
literally-
had to show him how to use
I had
his
to
radio.
go for a ride with him.
Both of us did because, of course, he forgot.
Do you ever think old people are just being dramatic?
No.
He couldn't figure out the cruise control.
Yeah.
What? That's been it was the same on his old one. It's just a little stalk on the steering wheel.
To be fair, this is the same sort of geriatric person, and this did happen. He got pulled over once for going too slow.
There was such a long line of cars. The
police officer.
the police officer
Just
pulled him
like
over
to make
and
sure he was okay.
He
Yes.
was like, "Sir, like, is everything okay?" It's like, "Oh yeah, I just like to drive." So the police officer is very smart in this situation. He's like, "Okay, that's fine, but you just have to pull over and let people go by if you're
Yeah,
gonna drive that
it
slow."
was that bad. So these are the type of people who will buy Venzas.
Poor Venza.
Next car this week, the GMC Sierra 2500 AT4 6.6 liter turbo diesel V8 Duramax
Duramax.
Dirty Max.
truck. I think it's gonna be cool. I like that. I've driven that powertrain. It's good. Allison transmission, very good. It's gonna have an obscene power or tow rating, which we will not even get close to. We could pick you up 2 new ML55s.
I was gonna say I should use this week to go buy something else, but we're at the point where we're running out of room for cars.
You'd have to buy a tank. I think that's the only thing, or maybe a
Tank.
yacht.
What about a Ford Excursion? It could tow that, right?
Oh,
I always
yeah.
wanted a Ford Excursion.
Yeah.
Although every Ford Excursion I've ever sat in has smelled like wet dog. don't know if
I think that's how they came from the
that's how they
factory.
came, yeah.
They had to test them at the factory
Nathan, do
by
you know?
running a wet
Nathan,
dog
you
through
know
them.
about old. Thank you. You know about old Fords? Was that a factory spec?
What?
Old dog spec in the
all
Ford
Excursions
Excursion.
smell like wet dog.
I did not know that.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, you're very familiar with Ford Excursion steering wheels, aren't you? Is that why you know how they
I've
smell?
actually never pulled a wheel off of an Excursion.
Maybe,
They're
maybe they never
slightly
get
different.
scrapped because they're so
Sometimes they
they're worth
do.
so much.
Every once in a while, and I would assume they only get scrapped either because they have. What was the bad engine in those? The V10.
Yeah, it was the V10, right?
The
Was the
V10 was
V10
bad.
I didn't. You know,
I think it was
I
the
didn't think
V10
the
that was
V10 was bad because they had the 5.4, but in that time the 5.4 wasn't bad, was it?
No, it was not bad.
You could get those with a lot of engines. There was the 5.4 gas.
I don't think it was
the
a
V10
5.4. No, it wasn't.
It was.
They didn't make 5.4 in the Super Duty though.
But you could get it in an Excursion. You could have a 5.4 gas. You could have a V10 gas. You could have a 6-liter Power Stroke or a 7.3, which was the most desirable.
Did you know they still make the Excursion in China?
What?
No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, I was gonna. I honestly would have believed you.
Oh, I guess you're right. You can't get the 5.
Yeah, it was a 5.4, which is like the really cheap, crappy one.
That was probably the
5.4.
shitty engine then.
Oh my god, I was spot on. I named every engine you can get in an Excursion.
So yeah, I would love an Excursion.
All right, Trey, while you're on there, speaking of old Fords, I just emailed you a picture. Chris has not seen this yet.
Okay.
What I found on my Ford Explorer and why I cannot put fuel in it quickly.
Oh god,
I emailed it to the Rags Grease
Oh, you
account.
did?
Yeah.
I did not receive it.
is there a story behind that?
Was it from an old video game?
Okay,
Gmail? Oh, there it is.
Maze Mexican Cantina.
Yeah, they've got a loyalty system now. You can actually get
What
points
on
for
earth?
buying at Maze.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I
it's
love
very nice.
Maze. What am I looking at right now?
This is Nathan's fuel vent line.
Are those? Oh, they're clamps.
They're vice grips.
Those were on the tool bench. I was wondering what those
Yep,
were.
I threw them away today. Now that we got a garbage bag.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he has absolutely no idea. And if anyone in the comments might know why someone would have put not one, but 2 vice grips on the fuel vent line on an 02 Explorer.
Was it because it was maybe?
We cannot think of it. We've like, and because the problem was Nathan was having trouble filling up his fuel tank.
Yeah.
It would go very slow. It
Yep.
would kick itself because there's no venting.
But
He took these off and it works fine.
So
And
maybe,
it doesn't seem to leak.
Maybe the person's significant other was trying to gaslight them into buying a new vehicle.
That's
That's the only thing Nathan could
I
think.
yeah,
or a
Someone
dealer-
sabotaged it.
yeah.
Yeah, or a dealer put them on, or so that they could have it say they dropped the tank to fix it.
But
Yeah.
why 2?
Why 2? And they were so rusted. I had to take a crowbar and another bar and pry them off of there, and the metal just ended up like snapping.
That's so strange.
Yeah.
They've been on there for so long too. It just blows my mind that someone.
Very weird.
I-
Well, you fixed it.
Yeah, I thought, and I'm kind of almost in a way happy that that's what it was because it was an easy fix.
Yeah, you're right. You thought you were going to have to try to clear some sort of vent out.
Yeah,
or
which
tube
would
or
have been
anything.
easy too.
But still, it
Yeah.
can't get much easier than what you had. Yep.
Interesting. All right.
So your 02 Explorer's been good so far?
Yeah, been amazing.
Cool. You've been able to just plow over potholes?
Pretty much, yeah.
Cool. You got some new tires on it, right?
Yep.
Little Mastercrafts.
Yep, Mastercrafts.
Cool. You haven't been driving any of your personal vehicles, Chris.
My ML55 has been great. It's been parked and it looks fabulous.
No issues with it because
No
you haven't
issues.
used it.
No. Nope. Doesn't even have electricity currently, so how could it have any issues?
Well, I fired up the old TNC the other day. Started right up.
Yeah.
Drove
Actually,
great.
you drove my E46
Most recently.
most recently. How was it? Fine.
It had a misfire the first time, but
Yep.
then the second time I drove it back home or back to the garage, it was great.
That's how she goes.
I fired up the old Tao and
Oh yeah, you rode the Tao Tao pony around.
yeah,
That was
pretty
running well.
extensively too.
Another strange thing with Nathan's Tao Tao, so it had been running like shit for a while there.
Yeah.
And we were thinking it was probably a head gasket, all the symptoms of a poor head gasket. And Nathan finally was poking around in it. He had found that a head bolt for the engine had mysteriously disappeared. So it was sans one head bolt. And he
You want to know how I fixed it? I took a bolt out of the starter motor mount where I bolted it in.
all sorts
Sorry.
of creepy sounds
Anyways.
going on.
Anyway, yeah,
Oh, it's a guitar player. There's a band going on.
We've got some background music now to
Yeah.
close out the podcast.
Anyway, so yeah, I took a bolt out of the starter motor mount and
Okay.
measured it up and put it in and
Tightened them all down, and now it's running
It
great.
wasn't fully running great. So the other day, I took the whole head off and put the bolts back in and like tightened them in like a pattern, and all tried to tighten them in like each the same tightness, and now it runs perfectly.
Yeah. We should get a torque wrench so we can properly, like a light torque wrench for
Didn't
doing
we have
head
a
bolts.
torque wrench?
We have a heavy-duty torque wrench.
Torque to
But,
spec.
oh no, my battery's running low, which means we should get to the Copart section of our show. real
I
quick.
don't know if I have anything to share today. Oh,
I
wait,
do.
no, I totally do.
I have Copart things. But yeah, report back next week on the Sierra 2500. I'm sure it'll be good. This is what caught my eye on Copart. It is.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we talked about this earlier.
Oh, there's a new one listed. What is
Oh,
this?
I have
No,
nothing.
it's a motorhome.
I have nothing. Oh, well, I guess I have one that I could share.
Oh, guys, there's a second Phaeton that I didn't look at that's going up in 2 hours. The current bid's only $225. What's,
Oh, wow.
Oh, it's not a run and drive though. It's
Does it have Bentley wheels?
let's see here.
It does have Bentley wheels.
All right, so we've got
Wow.
it's a 2004 Phaeton 4.2 V8. It's not very clean,
not
but it
even
does have Bentley
crashed.
wheels.
Bentley wheels.
Those are off of
Those
like
are
a
worth a
flying
lot of
spur.
money.
Yeah.
The interior is black.
Could you imagine having a Phaeton and spending money?
System fault. Workshop.
German cars are so dramatic about things like Achtung.
So there is a
Oh,
system fault.
there's the damage. The hood is crumpled a little.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's just not closed.
Oh,
Yeah, you
really?
sure it's not just
Yeah.
open? Let's see.
What's
Yeah.
the damage on it? What does it say damage? Oh, rear end?
Probably mechanical.
Rear end,
Rear
front
end,
end.
front end.
It
Enhanced.
doesn't look like it.
How much would you be willing to pay for this, Chris?
$225. Well, actually, no, because honestly, I would pay like a couple grand for it because you could get your money back out of the Bentley wheels.
Yeah. If it were a little more local, we should buy
Maybe like
both.
$2,000.
We should buy both Phaetons in California and drive them both back.
That
Because-
sounds very cheap.
Because the the other car that I wanted to bring up today is a 2005 Volkswagen Phaeton that is remarkably clean. I'm not a big fan of the wheels. Those
Buy
look
it
like Audi
now?
wheels.
It's only $1,500.
It's $1,500. Buy it now. 190,000 miles on it. The only damage is a minor right
So,
front bumper
this-
type damage.
This runs and drives, but can it go more than 3 miles per hour under its own power?
Well, I can't answer that
That's
for
what
you,
you,
Chris.
you gamble that on.
But
Copart.
I feel like the 4.2 liter Volkswagen motor or Audi motor there, like they used that in a ton of things by
I don't-
2005.
I think they were
They-
garbage,
so I think it's-
though.
I think they were bad.
but
I think they were bad
but what could
engines.
be bad about them?
They were just,
Timing.
Timing chain?
Just some.
It's also
use
an
your
engine out.
imagination with German cars.
Yeah, I know there'd be a big gamble.
They did put that in everything, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a good engine.
BMW put their engines in.
Yeah,
everything.
BMW put the N54 in everything, and it's still a garbage engine unless you're trying to make a zillion horsepower.
Ford put the 5.4 V8 in everything in the mid 2000s, and
And
it
it's
was
a terrible
terrible.
engine.
So Moran, let us know. We've got 3 days left before this car goes up. It's
can you go look at it
$1,500.
for us?
Buy it now.
Does he live in California?
He does live in California. I don't know where Hayward is compared to LA, but it can't be that far, I would think.
Maybe he wants a Phaeton. He probably doesn't have one.
He could probably afford a nicer Phaeton. But if you'd like us to fly out and buy it and do a video series, let me know. You can donate on the Cash App, any of you, and we will buy it.
I'll
fly
donate
out,
$100
and try to drive home. Well, the $100 will be you putting yourself up in hotel rooms and buying tow truck drivers.
am I
tips when
invited?
Oh, of course. Yeah,
Oh, cool.
all three of us would drive.
Okay,
It'd be an experience. Yes.
That would be fun.
Dibs on back
Right.
seat the whole time.
Chris, what would you like to demonstrate on Copart?
Well, I have an Escalade that I've showed you. I can send it to you.
It'd be easier if you could describe it to me. There are 550 Escalades
It's
on
an
Copart.
it's an 04. It's in the UP in Kincello.
Okay.
Kincello, whatever. Oh, there it is. First one. So this one's
Ooh,
peculiar
wow.
to me because GMT 800, right? Am I correct there?
I love those Escalades.
$900. Buy it now. Runs and drives. And in this situation, I would trust that this SUV runs and drives as it should. It's hit in the side, in the passenger side there, as you can see. It looks pretty bad. Like the frame is probably bent. But for $900, you've got $900 there in parts. I mean, even after Copart fees, you're probably only in for like $1,300 for this thing.
Let's take a look. It's got. Why is this wheel black?
It's just
is that all just brake dust?
It's brake dust. That
That's
would be brake
concerning.
dust.
Okay.
Maybe one of the calipers is stuck.
I was always a fan of these from Need for Speed Underground 2. You could
Don't you
race
mean
Escalades.
Midnight Club? Midnight Club.
No,
Dub
they were
Edition.
actually they were in that too. But
Oh, they were
Need
in-
for Speed Underground 2 had an SUV. It had the
I don't think
Navigator.
those were in Midnight Club.
They were in
Not
Midnight Club.
Not Los Angeles.
No, no, Dub Edition.
Oh,
Yeah.
Dub Edition. That's Los Angeles Dub Edition.
No.
No, there was a previous one.
There was one.
Midnight
on,
Club 3 Dub
PlayStation
Edition,
2.
right?
That was before your time.
Yeah,
Oh.
it was a little bit. 220,000 miles. Yeah,
It's pretty bad, but
Be fun to
look at
tool
some of
around
the
a
other
little
cars on the road around here.
if it fit right
tell
in
me,
Detroit.
tell me if you saw that drive
how
by, you
clean
wouldn't
the
even
engine
question
is.
it.
You could probably sell it in Detroit as
That's
is for more
is
than.
that a 6-liter in
Yeah,
this?
it's a 6-liter Vortex.
Yeah, so I mean, you've got a lot of good parts on
Absolutely
this thing.
bulletproof engine.
Yeah, you've got a lot of good parts on that SUV. So $900.
And it's the luxury.
The only problem with that is that it's in the UP, so it's really far away. And they
It'd be
also
buried in
don't
snow right now.
they don't ship from there.
Really?
You have to
So
go
you
and
have to
get
go
it.
get it.
Yeah, they
Wow.
don't. They don't ship it to you.
Where is that Kinchil?
I have no idea. It's like deep in
Kinch. What is it? E.
L. Oh, there you go.
LLE.
You got it. Kinchlow, Michigan.
Oh, it's just
Took a
south of
while.
Sault Ste. Marie. That's not that far. That's right over the bridge.
Yeah, but it's okay. Well, it's still really far.
Well, not.
That's 5 hours.
Well,
we got a truck. We'll go get it this weekend.
that and
All right,
we-
let's buy it. You want to split it 3 ways? I'll throw $300 at it.
Nathan, you want a $300 share of a 2004 Escalade?
It'd probably be more like 400 because fees.
Yeah, and there's the gas to go get it.
Yeah, but we do have a 2500 this week, which would comfortably tow that Escalade.
It sure would.
Estimated
and what
retail
else?
value $4,961.
This is before it was damaged, though.
GoPro did something.
Shoot, might be full of footage.
Oh.
Oh, all right. Well, you guys can just see the screen right now anyway. Well, tune in next week to find out if we buy an Escalade or a Phaeton. Or are there any LeSabres?
This goes in this goes in one day.
Oh, does it?
The Escalade does.
But if
yeah.
it doesn't, should we bid on it?
Do you want to bid on it? The current bid is $60.
minimum bid is $900.
No, that's the buy it now.
Oh,
What would we do if we got it?
Probably
Clean
drive it.
drive it.
It's probably really bad. Like the frame is probably bent
Can
because
you?
it got hit really hard in the side.
Yeah, that is true. And if it got hit low,
It would be a really good parts car because you could sell the 6-liter. You could sell a lot of the interior bits. You could sell. I mean, I'm sure someone wants that grill and that. You know, people swap those front ends onto their Silverados. I'm serious. Someone would buy the whole front clip off of that and put it on their Silverado or their Tahoe or something.
does that front wheel look a little bent in?
Yeah,
It's turned right. Is the one on the other side turned right? I can't tell because it's so dark.
go to the one that.
Yeah, go to
No, yeah.
that one.
Yeah,
No.
it's a little bit turned right.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah. No, maybe it's okay.
it would be a good part. It would be a good parts vehicle. I don't think there'd be any point in fixing that.
Really?
I don't think.
What about
so.
driving it as is?
I wouldn't want to.
No?
Go to-
What if you got hit in the side again?
Then it's already damaged. It's not a big deal.
Well, yeah, but the crumple zone is like destroyed.
You don't sit there.
yeah. You just don't put any passengers in that side of the vehicle.
Have him sit on the behind you.
Am I eligible to bid? Sure am.
Toss one on it.
No, because don't you have to get the vehicle within like a week?
No, it's like 3 days, 3 or 4 days.
That would be tough considering I'm already out of town this weekend.
Yeah. Well, it probably won't sell this week, so we can get it next week.
Bid $100.
Yeah, you could.
Good. What else? Was there anything else you wanted to show?
The Sabres.
You'll
But-
wanna answer Chris real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's check for a LeSabre momentarily.
For those of you who don't know, I am a big fan of the Buick LeSabre.
Wow, there's 200. Charlotte, let's get them all. Let's get them all.
58.
Montgomery, Alabama.
The majority of them run and drive. That's great.
Yes.
It's
That's 'cause
68.
they're
You have
LeSabres.
access to 68. You can bid on that. What's that one? Buy it now. Was that a buy it now for $250?
Let me see.
Go back.
Am I able to unsort by zip?
No, just go to just click filter by buy it now and see if there's any.
Oh, good call. Good call. Buy it now. $800 buy it now.
Oh wait, it's literally clapped.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, sort it by zip now. Oh, there's Flint. Flint.
None of these look very clean. Oh, this Ohio Cleveland West though. Oh, it's rear end. It's probably ass packed.
Packed.
Oh, it's
ass.
beautiful in the
Oh,
front.
no, it's not ass packed.
That's not too
That's-
bad.
Look at the quarter panel.
But
It's
Chris-
destroyed.
Chris,
Look at that crease.
you don't need that to be fixed. I don't think you understand. You can drive it as
Oh
is.
God, it's so bad.
That's a new bumper and a tail light away from being a great daily driver.
Somebody hit that going like 40 miles per hour.
And look how well it took. I love Copart because look at how much detail this one provides.
Oh yeah, that's their detailed photo.
But
terrifying.
Is this it's a custom, so it's a cheaper trim?
Does it have a bench seat?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
but no leather, unfortunately. It's not as nice as that one that I could have bought.
And
it's a salvage title.
One that you'd
Well,
just be able to hose off.
At least the seat's not like this.
You're right, but
That's
that's
true.
again, that would have been an easy fix. That one that the seat was fucked up.
What about that one? That other one? In
Oh, there's
Columbus?
there's one in Kinchelo.
Where?
Look
There's
at that
one
one
in
in
Kinchelo.
Columbus. It's
Yeah, but
perfect.
this one's red too.
Red.
It's got front end damage. Yeah, I think this one in Columbus might be nice. What year is it? It's a 2005. That's a great year. That's like the last model year for them, so that's the one you want.
Oh, it's got rotiforms on it.
This is nice, guys. This is a good one.
Where's the damage? Side. Whereabouts?
That maybe up front.
Oh yeah, the fender.
That is minor.
Oh, yeah, no,
look.
go to you've got a detailed picture of the damage.
That is clean, guys. This is an excellent
Charlie's
daily.
getting a LeSabre.
Yep. I'm not a fan of those wheels.
Those
though.
I think they're rotiforms.
I love those wheels.
Really?
Yeah.
Cleaning them would be a bitch.
Look at that detailed photo of the damage.
It does have a salvage title, Charlie.
That's the damage. Somehow that totaled out.
You
this
do have
car.
a salvage title. Well, they probably ran a curb over and crunched it.
Destroy the underside. Only 115,000 miles. Let's take a look at the interior. That's cloth.
It's a
isn't
pure sale. Yeah, that's cloth.
it? Yeah.
You should put that on your watch list.
No, it's too far away.
Can we do look at the red one in the UP?
I will, but I think it looked pretty damn. Yeah, that's a pretty color though.
Is it bad?
Yeah.
it's pretty bad.
Yeah.
I feel like by your standards, that isn't bad.
It's right here. That's
Someone
where it gets me.
crashed and then they opened the door and ruined the fender.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, the interior's red.
Oh my gosh,
Oh,
that's beautiful.
The whole interior.
You could murder someone and there's bloodstains wouldn't even show up on the
Oh my
seat.
god.
Beautiful. The IP is red.
Look
everything.
at the wood with the
carpet.
maroon.
This is what I
steering wheel.
need. This is the UP special.
Pure
Someone
sale.
bought this new in the UP. I guarantee it.
You could go to the auto check. It'll tell you.
Yeah, let's
View
see.
report. See how many owners. I'm gonna say 2 owners.
I'm gonna say 2 owners sounds
gonna
fair.
say-
And both in the UP it was traded in and someone picked it right back up. You know that
Oh, go up. Go up.
Go
Just
up?
Past it.
Michigan.
3 owners.
3 owners. And the current owner's probably. Oh, look, the original owner was 17 years.
Wow.
That thing was baby.
Oh, hold on.
Taken care of.
No. That's 3 owners.
Because-
That's 3.
oh,
Michigan. So it's had 5 owners.
Ah.
Yeah.
I see. Yep. Okay. Well, it's a piece of shit then. But look, Marquette, Ishpeming. And that's it. So, yeah, it's a UP. That is a UP spec.
It's probably
car right
rust free.
there. You're right. They don't use as much
They don't
salt
use salt
up there.
up there, do they?
Yeah, not much.
And it's red.
Yep. Ooh, look at this white one.
Also, you're welcome, everyone, for getting a custom drum solo in the background. here.
Yeah, this is very guys. This one's really clean. Oh, it's a donated vehicle, normal wear,
Oh,
$750 current bid.
where is it? Pennsylvania. You'd have to get
Yeah.
it shipped.
That is a great buy, although no leather.
To get it shipped, that'd be great for the long.
Yeah, you could drive
long
up there and get it. It's not that far.
Would you just drive it back?
Hell yeah. It's a 2000 though. It's not a good model year for those. You want like an 02
What is
or newer.
why?
Just later model year.
Charlie, why not a Park Avenue?
Ultra.
Nathan's got a good point. Why not a Park Avenue? Let's see. Everyone has turned off the podcast at this point.
As soon as the drums.
As soon as we started looking up Buicks on Copart is when they tuned out. They're like, "Yep, this is the sound for me to leave." All right, no license required. Run and drive. Park Avenues. Oh, is this gonna go old enough model year though? Doesn't it default to like? Oh no, there's 96. All right, we're good. 198. Whoa, this is a buy it now Park Avenue. Oh, it's bid now, guys. We could bid on this right now. Texas.
It's live right now. The auction is in progress. Is it super?
Oh,
That
Ooh.
is absolutely terrible.
Yeah, it's been asked in the side. Look at this silver. This is clean too. Normal wear is the primary damage. Minor dents and scratches.
8,000 miles? Hold on. Can we confirm that?
Holy shit!
It's only got 8,000 miles on it.
Why is this at an auction? How did it get salvaged out?
Normal wear. Look at how clear
That's
those headlights are.
perfect.
Something's not right here, guys. What is this? Did we just find the best LeSabre? Why is this mirror?
It's just folded in.
What happened to this? Who hurt you? Guys,
Look
that
at
is
how clean those seats are.
It's still got 20 years in it still.
Why does it literally say? Oh, it says it's supposed to say trip, but it looks like it says rip.
T's burned
RIP.
out.
Wow, we need to get to the bottom of this.
8,000 miles.
Where's the auto check? There's no auto check.
Oh, they don't. Ohio doesn't give you auto checks. That's also not the correct LeSabre. You clicked on a different
Oh,
one.
did I?
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh, because I have to scroll up and go back to lot details.
I don't think Ohio gives you an auto check report.
Neither does Scranton, PA, apparently.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Can we? Oh wait, what is this? Is that? Click here. What's ClearVin?
I think you have to pay for that one.
Ah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have to pay for it. Odometer, it says actual 8,000, because it would say not actual if it wasn't.
Wow.
Wow.
This vehicle might have been damaged.
Might have. Could you imagine? That would be a fantastic YouTube video. I bought it.
The VIN does not come up on Google whatsoever. That's rare.
Why doesn't Hoovy do Copart stuff?
His car's practically our Copart. All right, guys. Well, we might be taking a trip to Scranton, PA, to get my.
Oh, you're eligible to bid too. Let's go.
When does it go up?
Slap a bid on it.
Oh, it's just future.
Oh.
Shit.
Well,
Well,
just put it on your watch list and keep an eye on it.
okay.
Charlie, you want to run down and jump Mom?
Is the van dead?
Edge.
The Edge is dead. Really?
She just texted and said she might have left the tailgate open.
Ah.
Wait, what about Steve?
Yeah, he might still be sleeping. Well, yeah, we should probably wrap this up. Park Avenues aren't as good as LeSabres anyway.
Yeah.
Let's sort by VIN real quick just to make sure. Oh, here's a running driving Park Ave in Flint.
Daily Motor daily tip: Park Avenues are not as good as LeSabres.
Yeah, that's the last thing you should take with you from this podcast as we jam out in the background here. Turn Nathan's mic down. That pick up less.
That actually helps. I think it got rid of it completely.
Yeah. Oh, that one's really fucked. That is hardly a run and drive Copart. All right. You realize those are your headphones, not your microphone. Cool. Well, thank you all so much for watching and listening, ladies and gentlemen. We've had fun telling you about all the cool cars, every LeSabre, the only cool car. What do we predict for the Sierra? Good car?
Yeah,
Brilliant.
good car.
Yeah.
I would say.
Even the
Good truck.
2500?
Yeah,
Truck?
I think so.
Okay. And we will tune in next week to tell you what other cars have been good and which cars have not been good. Thank you for watching. Let us know in the comments if we should buy a Phaeton.
Or
And-
a 8,000 mile LeSabre.
well, that one's like this slam dunk.
That's-
We're 100% gonna buy. And we'll see you on the next one. We're Charlie, Chris, and Nathan with Daily Motor, and as always, drive on.
Drive up.
I wanted you to keep going.
I did. I finished.
Oh,
You finished.
good to know.